bring snacks.
What it do? Snackers, Snackettes, and Snack X's. It's your boy Gage. I'm here with Jokes and Sin, and it's time for another episode of Spoiler Boys.
Spoiler Boys.
That's right, y'all. Episode 6 of Andor has come and gone, and we have things we need to discuss. But before we start the discussion, need to know, where are we, gentlemen, with our grade for this episode prior to discussion?
I'm at a 7.
I like it. I like it. Jokes?
I'm at an 8.
I think that's fair. And then I'm going to be looking for some reasoning as we discuss behind the 7. Jokes a little bit from you too. I think I'm in the same place as you. I think I'm at an 8. I will say this. This episode makes me feel better about where the show is going than I had been feeling up to this point.
I can agree with that.
I'm gonna say that. Let's talk turkey. Let's chop it up. Let's get into it. We are right into the thick of it, right? Like right where we left off.
Nice foggy morning.
We have some official work to do. I think it's the typical yet right amount of suspense. A little bit of will they, won't they? Are they going to get it right? What's going to go wrong? But we are in full-on heist mode, which is good for me. I feel like. I think it's interesting. You know, the conversations that are being had around why, right? So Andor is having a conversation about what it is that keeps you here. Like, as a mercenary, like what's really in it? You know what I mean? For you, you know, I'm really kind of trying to get an idea of what makes you care. Is it just the money kind of thing? I think. Is that the impression y'all got?
Yeah.
I think that's
With him and Nemec having that conversation in the beginning, Nemec not being able to sleep and just going over to Andor I'm wide awake. I couldn't sleep. It's driving me crazy. Like knowing like you don't have those, like you're saying you're here just for the paycheck. And get out. Yet the rest of us all have these reasons why it's so important for us to be here and to fight and all that kind of stuff. And
bigger investments, I think, would be
good.
And
you see him struggling with that in this opening scene.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of Andor being a bit of a veteran of it, right? And kind of being like, you'll be all right. The adrenaline's gonna kick in, and when it does, you'll be awake. Trust me. You gonna be wide awake, bro. Like you ain't about to have no trouble with this. You know what I mean? But I like that he was concerned, almost like it's the first day of work. Like I ain't getting enough sleep, and I really need to be on point. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't want to be the one to let the team down.
To drop the ball. Yeah.
He doesn't want to be the weak point. And I think up to this point, it's been probably relatively easy ever since Andor's arrival to see him as the one that's most likely to be the weak point, because they don't know him. They don't know that he knows everything. He has the shortest amount of time to learn what's happening and where they're supposed to be and what they're supposed to do or whatever. And you kind of see some of that in in this young guy, saying like, I'm just not, I don't know. I feel like I didn't get enough sleep. So I kind of like that. And I like small bits of information, like him learning that dude used to be a stormtrooper, which is I think in a lot of ways just a way of them trying to make it clear that like Finn wasn't the first black stormtrooper. Like
I did like receiving that information, and that's why when he first got here, yeah, that was a whole thing because the stormtroopers massacred. Yeah, they massacred what's her name's family.
Cinta.
Yeah, Cinta's family. Yeah. So okay, that's something I would like to get a little bit more into, a little more backstory.
Oh yeah, my man said you should have been here when Cinta found out.
I need that flashback because that flashback probably. Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, it's definitely again, you're beginning to see just a little bit more of insight into individual people, into individual characters. It feels like that's taken a little long, but there are a lot of episodes. You got to keep in mind that like under normal circumstances, this would be the last episode.
Yeah.
For a lot of these shows, or at best, we might have 3 episodes left. We have 6 episodes left. So there are parts of this that make me feel like maybe they're not even used to the way that they have to do this in terms of time. And kind of spreading it out from a writing standpoint and an action standpoint or whatever. But look, they ready to go. Is uniforms up? Let's get in here. Let's see what's going on. We get the flash, kind of back and forth between what's going on at the base and what's going on with them on their travels and what's going on with like the locals, as you would have it, and them on their travels, and kind of listening to them, say, look, we've been here 7 years, and it used to be that they come up here and it'd be like 1,500 of them or 15,000 of them or whatever it is, right? And now it's like we might see 100, and so we offer them transport. We just kind of keep trying to tell them like, we being nice to them, and I don't know, man, dude just sounds like a prick. And
he was, yeah.
We
sprinkling these little things. We sprinkle these little things here and then. By the time they get here, they don't realize how we've been manipulating them like the whole time and everything. Like
just like we offer them transport, but they turned it down, of course. But then, unbeknownst to them, on their little pad, we set up little places to sleep with like some drinks and some local beverages or whatever. And before you know it, people not even coming with them. They're like, hey, it's comfortable here. I'm about to stay here, kind of thing or whatever. And it just weakens them, on the way. Right. It's just interesting to kind of hear the devilishness, the deviousness, right? Of the plot. There is a part of me that wonders why they don't just wipe them out and take what they want.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, like that would just make things easy, just simple, easy. You eliminate a problem and you carry on the day. So
I think it's part of the political aspect of it. We just can't go wiping them out. You know what I mean? And then
not in this time of day. But if it's back in my time of day, I don't wipe them all out. We'd have called it a day.
That's the only reason I can think of why they just haven't at this point.
I just think, I hear you, bruh. But like, who would know?
Twitter. I don't know.
Like, yeah. Listen. I poke holes, bro. Like, so I'm gonna look at your plot, and right now there are pieces of it that aren't making a lot of sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you already running this huge operation. You know what I mean? You done built this whole thing. You're using this place to transport all of the payroll for like a whole sector. Like, it ain't like what you're doing is small. Y'all got all these weapons. They come up the hill, it's like 100 of them. You got TIE fighters, you could just shoot them all. I don't, from an honest, like straight up, from a political standpoint, like I get that they're, maybe I'm just missing like, who is the representative of this planet in the Galactic Senate that would hear about this or find out and see that the Empire has done this thing that isn't, and like they still have to move in a way that's like, we still have to try to make sure that it's sanctioned, right? Like they went through this whole thing of like, we trade fur with them for like a 3-year lease. What? What?
You got me. Yeah. Like I don't.
Who's negotiating this? Whose terms are these? Lease what? The planet?
That portion of land? I don't.
Leasing a planet.
Since it is that it's a sacred, the temple there and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's the.
I'm gonna tell you that. It is things like this that keep me from being able to go beyond an 8. like I enjoyed the episode, and we talked last time about how just like for real, when it comes to Star Wars and the politics, I just feel like getting away. Like I think
that's what
this
is a politics moment.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Yeah, we set up these little camps. Hey, dog, but shoot them? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't. Like, if they were to go somewhere, they've already built camps somewhere. So, like, you're already building in other places that they're stopping and just staying and enjoying. And it's kind of like, if you were to take one of those places where you were building and just kind of slowly begin to expand, what do? Like, who's going to stop them? What's in the way? Like, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So, it does. In a way, it makes everything else they're doing feel like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. All right.
Yes, it makes more sense to eradicate them. But the only thing that makes sense is the fact that it's somehow Senate related. Like
This is
in one of those floating things up there, there's some representative up there that maybe in a future episode they'll have a mention of it.
To me, it's like vice versa what Star Wars normally would be. Like normally anything else Star Wars is like eradicate them, let's just keep it moving. Like that's kind of how Star Wars has actually been. But this is like the political is, I don't know. The Senate now under Imperial rule there's a difference.
I guess.
I can't. This is one of those I just can't. And I think, Gage, the political thing is where you are 100% correct. And I think that has just thrown this wrench into the because I feel like almost the whole beginning part of this episode. Don't get me wrong. We got a little bit of information, but that build that we finally get to where the heist started. Like I almost felt like I could have done with almost the whole entire beginning of this portion of it and just started where the heist kind of took off at.
I mean, listen, I don't mind them doing what feels like it's necessary to set up these people as people like I don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or people I don't care about. And you probably, though, could have sold me on that just by showing me Slim struggling to get in his uniform and realizing what kind of person this is when he's like, somebody packed this wrong. It's compressed.
You fat.
My man Webb was like, perhaps you've just gotten rounder.
Look at her like, what?
And my man know better. He know better than to say something to her, so he just start picking on his son.
Come help me. Don't help him.
Ask my man, where's your dress?
He's 12.
Or whatever. He's 12. Like, just,
he can do it himself.
He like, I don't.
You like 50. You can't do it yourself. So
exactly. Like, come help me. I'm helping him. He's 12. Huh? You know what I mean? Told my man, like, you gonna taste the back of my hand.
I was like, oh. You like that?
Well, that's how you feel.
You need to be gone.
My man said I don't feel well. She said he does have a bit of a fever. He always sick.
I was like, dude.
Man was stiff.
Yeah, he had a moment.
He did. He always sick. You better get through this one night. Y'all trying to leave? I'm trying to leave. That's the only thing I felt. That's the only thing I felt. I'm like, yo, I do not want to be here. And this is my chance to get up out of here. Y'all want to get out of here? Good, because I want to get out of here.
Yeah, your best behaviors. Let's go do this.
Tighten up. Mm-hmm. Let's go smell this fur. So I can get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go. I like that. That I'm cool with. Now, the timing, the ceremony, them walking up, I like kind of seeing them in uniform fall in. I like the little bit of trickery of like, we're just gonna kind of sneak in behind them and act like we're the escort for them, right? And as we get in, then we see the lieutenant, and my man is just like, okay. And he just gives the orders like, quick, teams 1 and 2, you here, you over here, team 3, you're on me, don't let such and such happen. So nobody really has a chance to question it. You know what I mean? Nobody's in a position, even though they looked at him briefly like, who are these dudes? You know what I mean? Then when they come out, and the commander or whatever is like, are y'all from such and such? And they don't even let them answer. He's like, yes, that's where they from. You know what I mean? My man's like, all right, let's get this over with. You know what I mean? Go down, do a little speaking. He don't even translate correctly for him. He just say something totally different. And my man knew he didn't say what he said, which I kind of like that. But now we're starting to sweat a little bit, right? We're using the few like kind of comments or whatever it is that are coming across, trying to use that as an opportunity to jump in the water so they can get all the way across, get to the wall, scaling the wall, waiting for more joints to come across. Oh man, we running behind schedule. We starting to feel it's a little tight. We running late. We got to make some things happen. And Vel, when they finally get up the wall and get to where they're supposed to be, and she sets it up to try to like kind of mess up their comms, she begins to hesitate. Why do you think that is?
I honestly do not know. I couldn't. For a moment, I was like, all right, is she scared of killing people or something like that? Is that what she's hesitant of? Or is she hesitant of leaping over the side of this thing and falling over to the bottom?
That's what I thought at first, was that it was about jumping over the side.
Maybe a part of that, and just the pressure, maybe just the fact that, you know what, we've been preparing for so long. We've been in the preparation phase, and now that we're actually like this is it. There is no go back. There is no, oh, we messed this up, we need to relearn it. Like, this is it. And I felt like this was just that moment where it was like a realization that once we start this, there is no stop. There is no pause, rewind. Like, we're going through this to the end. And then probably realizing that, you know what, people may not make it out of this. I may not make it out of this, but this is it. This is the go time.
So I think part of it, and I don't know that they really did a great job of alluding to it. So it is mostly clear to me that Vel and Cinta are in a relationship.
I can agree, yes.
I feel like they are toying with the idea of it being an openly lesbian relationship. That they're not really saying it. They're not really showing it. But, you know, they look each other in the eyes and she's like, come on, you know, Cinta's like, we got to do this. Like, let's go. And Vel is hesitant. And she kind of hits her with the like, tell me you're going to be good. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. And she's like, I'm good. Right? But what I noticed that I don't think we caught in terms of them giving us, here's how it's all going down and here's what's happening, that Cinta was getting left behind.
I said the same thing. When she walked into the group of people, I was like, whoa. I was like, why? Why are you still? I'm thinking maybe you got on another ship, something that was in the way, and you're going to catch up.
And that's the part of it that I feel like might have been why she was hesitant. That for her, this was like goodbye to Cinta in some way, because I may not, sure, I could get killed or whatever, but even if this is successful,
I'm not going to see
right?
Yeah.
But it also is, if we pull it off successfully and something else goes wrong, the rest of us are getting off planet and you're not, right? And so that leaves you in a position that none of the rest of us are in. And Cinta, again, I don't think they did a great job of really selling this. This is me grasping at straws because I have to.
And I'm with you, because I completely agree. I felt the same thing about their relationship. And when they leave on planet and she's still there dressed in one of their uniforms, well, I'm like, what the hell? Like
right, they don't address it, they don't say anything about it. And again, it's a lot going on. Like, I get it. Like, you know, we have one that goes down and Vel is concerned about what's going on. Like, it's a lot happening, right? But I feel like Cinta's commitment to it, like, nah, yeah, like, we're good, like, we can go, exists the way it does because of what was just said. Her entire family was slaughtered by stormtroopers. So she's all in a way that is different. And what we don't have any background information on, we've managed to get tidbits and background information on everybody on the team except Vel, who, if you remember at the beginning of this, I suggested might like be Luthen's daughter or something like that, right? They kind of have a very similar look. You wanted to lead. They clearly have, you know, a background and history that is from far before when they started setting this up.
Yeah.
So, which to me says that she has maybe followed Luthen on things that he's led or something like that, right? Or that there was somebody else that they lost along the way, maybe on some other mission or whatever, that when that person who maybe was their leader, you know, ended up gone, she said, this is what I want to do, right? And he's telling her, like, if this is what you want, you can't hesitate. You have to be ready to go, right? And so, sure, developing a relationship with somebody who's on the team when y'all are going to do something like this, especially that person being somebody who, based on the plan you have to leave behind, you might think that it needs to be set up a little differently. So I'm pulling that that's where the hesitation for Vel comes from, why it exists the way that it does, and why Cinta's just like, yeah, nah, we got to do this. You know what I mean? Like, we're all in. So when they finally make that move and they jump over the side of the building, they're like, yep, we're a go. Okay, cool. Let's do it. We're in here. We're in the room. Let's pop off. Right? And there's always one. Put the gun down.
Don't be stupid, brother. Come on now.
See, don't.
There's one of you, and you are so severely outnumbered, sir, and you are not John Wick. Let's not do this.
You got bodied by somebody that wasn't in the room when you tried it. You was already outgunned.
Yeah.
But clearly, they're not playing around. They straight up shot my man.
Oh yeah, put him down.
Listen, you should have let the little boy stay in the room, but you didn't. He wasn't feeling well. Well, now he's a liability, sir. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a liability. Who getting your backhand now, buddy? You know what I'm saying? Don't lie to me. We can't set it off. It's all that the guy can't do anything. Shut up, boy. Get this thing, bro. I know you better get in this elevator.
Yeah, she wasn't playing. Like, stop. I know it all. I know how this. We know how this whole thing works. Don't play with me.
I can't give you. I don't have the access to do it. Like, shut up. Yeah, you do.
So I can take your hand. That's all I really need.
Straight up. And I'm gonna tell you right now. This is where I'm starting to get amped. I'm watching this joint. I'm starting to get amped right now. From the moment they leap over the side of the building, I'm like, oh, okay. Are we in? Let's go. Let's do this. And from that moment, bruh, it's nonstop. It's popping the whole rest of the way. And I'm like, okay, this is what I signed up for. This is where Andor is supposed to be going. This is where I need this joint to take me. It's heist time. Let's get it popping. I know it's not going to go right. I know something's going to go wrong. It has to. Why? We got 12 episodes left. It has to go wrong. It has to. It can't be all good, right? Let's get in here and get this money. So we in here. We taking over rooms. We shutting down comms. Things are going a little awry. We starting to hear some feedback and
Running behind.
Yep. Right. Hey, Joe. Lie to me and tell me you didn't get out of your seat at least once while you was watching.
Oh no, there was. I'm trying to think of the one moment that it probably. It had to be once they got down there and like things started. They met with the group and it was like organizers like everybody in line. Here's the inspection. I'm like, oh, they think it's an inspection that's gonna go down right now.
Straight up, played them. Y'all down this joint playing Star Wars poker. You better stop playing. Y'all in here straight slipping. My man said, "Commandant on deck." Them man was like, "Oh
shit!
Damn, we busted."
He told us this wasn't supposed to be happening today.
They told us we could play cards. Not on this rock. And you know, like, at this point, I'm all in. I need to know what's going on the bridge, the actual bridge. I need to go know what's going on the bridge where Santa's holding the children, you know what I'm saying, hostage by herself, holding like 4 people down. Like, oh, okay.
Look,
she is the son of this joint.
She must have put the fear of life into him because she was turning her back completely to him and say, okay, somebody's going to be stupid right now.
I thought she was the one that shot the original dude, so that's why I was like, they know that
I'm pretty sure Vel did that.
I didn't think she did, because when she came down like the ladder, I swear to you, she was the one that took the shot.
You might be right, but I thought it was Vel. But I feel like they came down together. So like either way, even if you didn't know, you know the shot came from there, and it came from one of them.
That's all I know.
You understand?
Yeah.
If you in that little squad of people that's stuck in that room, you taking that chance?
Nope.
Nah. Now that I said the cat, I'm gonna tell you what. Your little sickly son going home in a body bag. You keep playing with me. We about to get this money. We about to get this money. And my man whole time telling him, y'all stupid. Hey, dog, man, you don't shut up, dog. Man, you don't hush. So now it's like
Santa.
Yeah.
Santa did it. All right, cool.
I was pretty sure.
She the one. Perfect. That's cool. I like that. So yes, she put the fear in them because she already dropping bodies. And listen, even when they walked my man into the joint and they was like, it's time for an inspection, even Slim was like, they've already bust somebody.
Please listen to what they are telling you to do.
What they say.
Follow instructions. They already killed and they will kill again.
Yeah.
You trying to go
home? I seen it with my own 2 eyes.
I know you better get it right. You better do what they say, bro. And them dudes was loading up big money. So they're not getting all this money out of it.
I said the same thing. I was like, they talking about taking all of this. And that thing, I was like, oh, y'all ain't getting all this.
Nah, I was like, it's no way. Y'all behind too, yelling out times and hustling people, just hurting folks. Move it all. They making the old dude, man. They make the commandant out there pushing joints. He's struggling. Hurry up! They all in his face.
He died, literally dying out here trying to.
Hey, oh, yeah, terrible, dog. Meanwhile, the radio coming in. Hey, the vault lights going off.
What's happening?
What's going on? Respond. And I thought she was gonna flick the button and be like, nah, everything's good. She just turned that joint off. I said, oh, she wants the heat. She wants the smoke.
She was looking for it.
Send them. I don't even care. I said, okay. This what we doing? Cool. Jokes, my man on the bridge intercepts a message about what's going on in the vault. Okay. they can't communicate with each other because their comms are down. Right? They shut the power off. Lights is out. Right? Nobody outside of the facility notices at all. They all got their backs turned watching the comets come over. Nobody comes inside. Nobody like, hey, the power's out.
Everything
Nobody, bro. They just watching the whole, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I'll accept that as a solid distraction. Because I'm going to just say,
that was one hell of a light show. That's
what I'd be watching.
Facts.
No two ways about it. You know?
That's why they chose that time.
Smart.
Perfect timing.
Smart.
Yep.
Jokes, if you're the person in charge on the bridge and you don't have, you can't contact anybody via radio, but you intercept this message. What's your first thought? What's going through your head?
Dog, that's an immediate red flag because it's like,
yeah,
right. No, that's what I'm saying. So, okay, one, who can I get to right now? Because clearly we're being robbed. Like, there's no two ways around this right now. So I know he talked to the other dude that literally they had the conversation like, your radio don't work. Like, nah. Oh, maybe it's the storm.
Right.
And I'm able to be like, hey yo,
hey yo, you do that?
Yeah.
So, and his excuse, maybe it is a storm, but I would have thought at that point in time, maybe we need to go check these other places right quick just to make sure that things are actually okay, just as a precautionary measure than anything else.
I mean, you're right, but like at the same time, there's supposed to be other people on other posts, and like if something is happening, right, and you leave your post, now that spot is vulnerable, right? So if something happens and they get in, but my man, I think, did the right thing. He took it upon himself. Like, he was like, come on, we gotta go. We going to the vault. And they was like, well, we missing the light show.
No, we going to the vault.
Did you hear me say where we going?
Yeah, but look.
We going to the vault. That's our paycheck. That's my paycheck. I need to buy food.
Who voiced over that dialogue, bro? Because that was dumb. My man was like, yeah, but the light show. But we going to the vault, bro. Like, something's popping in the vault. Power's out.
You don't want to get paid? You don't want to be able to go buy some food and stuff?
And let me just say that I don't think that this money has anything to do with their paychecks.
No, I don't think so. No.
I think they get paid anyway. This is for
everyone else.
This is somebody else. This somebody else paychecks. They just responsible for making sure it gets to them. Yeah, I mean, look, so we're almost done, but we're running out of time. And now we're at that juncture that you could see coming the whole time, right? Here's what's going on with Cinta. Here's what's going on down in the vault. We're under the time crunch. Hurry, hurry, hurry. These guys are coming in from the bridge. You know we have to cross this path, right? So you know it's coming. My man walks in. Listen, when the lieutenant walked in, and the commandant was like, you.
He stopped. He stopped when he was doing. It was just like, it was show.
Exactly, man.
He wanted to say this like,
so bad.
Yep. And he was like,
nah,
is working under you. I deserve worse. Like, I'm good with it. Now, move the coins, bro.
I laugh when he's
all right, I'm with it. So yeah, let's move the coinage. And he's working, but it ain't working. But he's working, but it's not working. When my man walks in, it's like, what's going on here?
What are you doing down here? This is a classified mission going on.
I was like, all right, brother, keep it in there. Keep it. Come on.
You need to leave.
You are off your post. Get back to your post. Told the commandant. Tell him. My man's a little busy having a heart attack, bro.
That shouldn't be funny, but that shit was.
Hey, bro, but here's the thing. And again, this is where they lose me. This episode had potential to be a 9 or a 10. you're gonna lose me when the commandant has a heart attack and you just start shooting. Hold on, hold on, bro. Hold on. Commandant's down. The man who just told you you're off your post and you better get back is now officially the man in charge.
Yeah. Like nobody thought go get a medic for the commandant, like anything
All
like that.
you really had to do was run over and go, Commandant, get us some help. You get back to your post. You get over here and help us. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Play it off. No, my man just starts shooting.
Commandant's probably alive. Like, yeah, I get he had a heart attack, but
21 say somebody go get a medic. Like you, go get a medic.
but after all that,
Something like
By the time you get back with a medic, we gonna be going with this money.
we out of here.
you got two options: you get a medic and save your commandant, or you gonna fight us. He gonna die.
Something.
Back to your post. Send the medic.
So now we're having a fight, and I'm okay with the firefight. People are getting pinned down. People are getting shot. Lives are being lost. Stakes are high. This is what I came for. This is why I tuned in. You are earning your subscription dollars Disney Plus at the moment. So, we know everybody's not leaving, dog. There's no.
Yeah.
You can tell. And sure enough,
Pew, pew.
goes down. She's pinned down. Good old stormtrooper.
Tried to make he tried to make the run.
I appreciate what he did. I appreciate it. Right? My man goes to cover him. Terrible covering. He's supposed to be covering Slim.
On the cover.
He didn't even make it halfway, bruh.
No.
That's not how you cover.
Not even a little bit. But hey, he goes down.
So it doesn't work out. My man gets bust. Right? Okay. Clem, Andor is in the struggle. He in a rear naked choke.
Hey, I was,
with nobody but the least experienced person in the whole squad to save him. It's taking a long time for my man to fire this shot.
But it was a solid shot.
oh no, he made the shot count.
What?
He made the shot
It was a
count.
solid shot, yes.
He made it count. Andor provides the backup necessary for Vale to get on the ship. They're asking where Slim is. She looks back. Yeah, he ain't getting up. Close the doors. We gotta go. Time to take off. We take off with all this loose money.
And like, that was the first thing that popped in my head when he went to take off. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna put on a seatbelt or nothing really quick?
Bro,
Like, no.
all that mess gonna move.
Yeah, like y'all need to be strapped in somewhere because this is about to be bad.
or at
Showing
least
up.
have all been clear of where said stuff was at.
Yeah, come up front to where I'm at. How about that?
I'm gonna tell you something. I watch a lot of movies. I've seen a lot of death and destruction in film. It is relatively rare that I verbally go, ooh!
Oh, I did that too.
Oh, bruh, because I'm going to tell you how I felt it.
Right in the sternum, bro.
Ate that whole jump.
Right in the sternum.
Listen, his whole reaction, his like, bruh, like, his soul left through his mouth, bruh.
Only thing I can say was, oh, he dead.
Man, that was
Me too. I said, ooh, he ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
It's over. They trying to move all this weight off of him while the ship is still heading upward.
Well, Andor is
accelerating.
And my man is like, I need coordinates. This is what I'm saying. Listen, I so appreciate just the intensity of what is happening. All the things that can go wrong, the things that are going wrong. I need numbers. He don't have no idea what's going on back there. They like, wait a minute. He like, I need numbers. Wait a minute, bro.
Like, in that moment, I understood both flights at the same time. We're trying to save him, and he like, bro, I need to know where to go.
Right, but that's again the beauty of the situation, right? Like it's pure chaos in the most beautiful skyscape you've ever seen.
Oh God, it was so beautiful.
Right? And it's the noise and it's rickety and shots are being fired at you. Here come the TIE fighters finally showing up. Like, now they're giving chase. So, like, you lost people, you got away, but you're not away yet. In the getaway, the person who needs to tell you where to go.
Crush.
Can't breathe right now. He's
Hey,
over there
bruh,
sounding like
Like,
Grievous.
I need numbers. I got the money on my chest. Like,
It's a perfect storm. It's a perfect storm, right? And the adrenaline that Andor talked about with him is kicking. It's the only thing that's keeping him in. Like, my man straight up said, I can't feel my legs.
Yeah.
Right? She gave him the injection. Okay. Do this. Hey, dog, just pull up.
Hold up.
Hey, Slim, are you looking at this?
Yo, I was expecting a little more detail than just pull up and then go down and then
And
finally
dive
we got
down and yeah.
and then
He
we
did
got
give him
real.
a little bit,
Yeah.
but like, you know, he gave him some numbers, like 6, 7, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7, 43, 11, whatever it was.
45,
You know,
They were the right numbers.
the ties are trying. They can't see that, you know, their stuff is messing up. They got interference that they're not having to deal with because of the analog stuff that, you know, he's telling them about. Again, just good. Great foreshadowing. Great, you know, setup. So now we're in the thick of it. TIE fighters are down. We done made it. Sensa's walking out to join the festivities, I guess, on the ground. I don't know what's going to happen with her. So right now we have Bix, who's still on whatever the other
planet.
Yeah. We have the ridiculousness that just happened on Aldani. Sensa's still there. We have an option. We can go to a medic. We can take a detour. It's built into the contingency. So let's do it. Vel's like, nah. He's like, bruh, this kid, this is the only reason why we here.
We owe it to him.
We got to do it. Andor don't even ask.
Give me the coordinates.
Give me the coordinates. I'm on it. Now, I don't know if you all watch with subtitles on.
Nope.
No.
But I do. And the next thing we see is a doctor that looks a lot like Maz Kanata.
Nah, yeah, that was the first thing.
Yeah.
And then I realized Slim is a 4-armed individual going to work, trying to save my man, trying to save his spine, doing the work. My man's name was Dr. Quad Arms. Hey, listen.
This one just dropped to a 6.
And they probably say we were only going to see him once. And so it's like, just give him some fluke name because we ain't never going to talk about him ever again.
Dr. Quad Arms need to come back. He need to join the resistance.
I said, oh, it's the monkey. All right. Yeah, not a fan. So Slim's in there working. We have us a little conversation outside. Sam, talk to me about this conversation we have outside while Dr. Quad Arms is going to work.
Yeah, Skeen and Andor outside, you know, talking about what's going on, and Skeen starts the conversation starts to, I couldn't tell at first if it was just going left or if this was like just a final test that he was trying to give Andor at first. Like, all the money's right here. We got away with it. It's 80, I did the math. It's about 80 mil sitting right there. You know what I mean? Like, what you trying to do? Like, we can get away. We can split it. All that type of stuff.
I think that's why I came off like it might be a test first, because he was like, how much money you think is in there?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like I'm sitting there. Okay, where's this conversation going? Is he testing them? Then the more we get into the conversation, it starts getting a little bit deeper. And he's like, and I was like, yeah, what about your brother? So like, oh, that was a lie. Oh, that was all that kind of stuff. Like, oh,
I ain't got no brother. And I was like,
oh, really? You really about to take this money and leave? You've been lying to all these people the whole time who really believe in this.
You straight up trifling.
And you were coming at me so crooked.
My man said, well, and here's the thing. Maybe he was only coming at him because he like, man, this dude coming in here trying to get my money.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then realize he might have an opportunity. And the truth of the matter is, dog, like I'm listening to him give him the spiel. Like, I got a little spot. I can't fly the joint.
Yeah, it's like
I need you because real talk. If it wasn't for the fact that I need you to fly this joint, I'd have been shot you, bro.
I'd have been shot you and been dead.
And that is why Andor shot him.
Popped him right on the spot. Didn't even from the hip.
No.
Straight up. You know, you trifling.
Ow.
2, if I was to leave with you to go there, as soon as we get to your little hideaway,
you taking me out.
Yeah, you killing me.
You taking all that.
Why would I even? So nah, we not. And I love it, dog. Like I love that he ain't even let my man finish talking.
No.
I said that when he pulled that trigger, I was like,
and that. Let me just tell you, push this joint up. This joint almost hit 9 for me at that moment because Andor became the thug I needed him to be.
Yeah.
He just did. Like, I'm sitting here in my head thinking, hey, dog, shoot this dirty. Hey, shoot this dude. Now, I don't know how you going to explain it, but whatever.
Hey, do it.
Go ahead, bustle him.
Do it. Ask for forgiveness later.
Hey, dog.
You did it and explained it just how it was. Like, look, this ain't what it looked like, but
I know.
Hey, I had the smoke slip. Like,
hey, look, she started hollering. Skeen!
He ain't gonna answer.
Yep.
Well, now Skeen ain't coming, bro.
You see the smoke coming off this pistol right now? Just know.
It got used.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. Go ahead, let me get my money. Give your joint back to your man, because I don't care. Yeah. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm out, dog.
Take all that. Just give me my shit, and I'm out of here. I don't want nothing to do with
you. Figure out how to get wherever it is you trying to get. It don't have nothing to do with me. You figure it out. And leaves her. Now, I don't think he's actually going nowhere. I don't think she's going to let him go nowhere. But I'm going to keep it a buck. I love it. Like, I for real, I love it, bro. We're not even going to give Slim the opportunity to turn later because it's no point, right? You walk back in there, you dealing with her, you know he going to bust her later or whatever it is, he's going to jeopardize it at some point, you know what I'm saying, along the way. And maybe for Andor, that's like not allowing the job to go through or whatever because he knows of this, you know what I'm saying, hurdle in the road or whatever. But it's just like, this is what I agreed to, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I'm done listening to you, Slim, because you dirty, and I like it, bro. Jokes. What about you, man?
No,
you feel about
I'm just. I think what he did was the right thing. Like,
oh my bad. Slim name was Dr. Quad Paul, not Quad Arms. Dr. Quad Paul. I just need to clarify.
Fair enough.
I had to double check it real quick. Dr.
But
Quad
it shows.
Paul.
But it shows that Andor. He's not this fully cold dude. Like there's still that he believes. Looks like the honor side of things. Like listen, I got paid and came in here and did this. Like I admitted this to you guys. So yeah, I may not be fully in the cause like you are, but find out my man from Jump Street has been lying to these dudes for months.
I mean, my man said I'm a rebel. It's me against everybody else. Hey, dog, once you say me against everybody else, that includes me, dog. You getting bust.
So, yeah, he did the right thing. and shooting him right there. Because I mean, if he'd have realized that Andor wasn't going to let him off, he probably would have ended up shooting him anyway. Even though he would have probably been stuck, and he would just told what's her face, like, hey, listen.
He tried to do whatever.
That dude Andor just tried to take me out, and he was just gonna take the ship and leave us.
At worst, he knew Andor had the Kyber crystal. He would have known that would have been worth something regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, if he didn't agree to do it, or whatever it was, they could just shoot him, take the crystal, and get low. You know what I mean? If he wanted to, even though he couldn't fly the ship or whatever. So yeah, I mean, now. I know that Andor knows that she can't fly the ship, so I don't have. That's why I'm like, he can't go. Like, he can't leave. One, I don't know how he's getting off planet anyway.
Not that thing being conspicuous.
Well, I mean, regardless, like, he's not gonna fly that because that's the thing that has the money in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So he has to get off planet some other way, and she can't fly it, and there's literally nobody left. She the only one.
Yep.
Slim just died on the table.
And he wouldn't fly.
He just died outside.
Yeah. Andor's the only pilot they got.
Right. It's only her and Andor. He not leaving. He can't. He can't.
Nah.
Still,
Nah.
I like where we went. I like how we ended it. This is not politics, bruh. This is them streets talking.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars.
Yo, listen, I got a little spot we can head to. I can't fly the joint, but you can fly it. 40 million don't sound too bad. 40 million enough for me to forget I ever met you. I bet it is, dog. Forget these shots, though. You feel me? You looking like Greedo right now in these streets. Andor shot first, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm with it. So I like where we were at the beginning of the episode. I love how the episode ended. I love what was going on in the middle, the jumping back and forth, and here's what's happening, and building the suspense. And we got to get away, but everybody not gonna make it.
Mm-mm.
Who's gonna make it and who isn't? I don't know, bro. It's anybody's guess. So it could go any number of ways. Now, there's a reason for me to come back next week that's bigger than just, well, is Andor gonna fly her away? Is it two of them? What's going on with Cinta?
Yeah, back on the planet, like
where she was happening with them as they start to piece things back together on all. Listen, my man brought everybody into that room. Was like, don't even sit down. This ain't no meeting.
Oh no.
I want every security protocol idea you got on my table by midnight. My man said, call your families, tell them you ain't coming, bro.
I was like, God.
A homegirl in the Senate giving her speech, and people getting them calls.
Hey, nobody's paying attention. What? Nobody paying attention.
My man Luthen sending the joint like, listen, this got an inscription from a lost language. She's like, oh, that's so sad. No, it's not. Make up whatever you want. It's your own little secret language. My man said, you got anything from Aldani? As soon as that happened, I said, ooh, he in trouble. Nah, my man said, they just had a rebellion all over the news. My man said, let me go see if I got some in the back. I said, for real, I was just joking. Hey, me too, dog.
He went to back and started partying like, yeah.
Hey, we did it. We did it. Hey, no, for real. I like where this episode went. I like where it took us. Again, politics, I hate it. I hate Star Wars politics. I just do. I hate it. It's way too confusing who all the good guys are and who all the bad guys are. I hate it. Let's just fight, bro. But this episode, clean. This episode made all of the setup for me worth it. And we still don't know exactly where we're going. So now that I've been through half a show that was a heist movie, right? All right, now what are we doing? Because we haven't gotten what we heisted to wherever it's going, and we don't know what we got it for. How are we divvying this up? What channels are we processing and pushing this through? And who are we going to meet along the way? Because we have to meet someone along the way. We just do. We have to. It's not just going to be Andor. Somebody else is going to be up in there somewhere. Pretty sure. So I'm with it. Again, it's an 8 for me. There was potential for it to be higher because it did have some excitement, because there was some stuff going on, because they did do a good job of raising that suspense, but the politics are still stupid. So I couldn't get behind it. It's like,
the only thing politics I enjoyed watching in that was the fact that they rebuilt that whole Senate room that Palpatine and Yoda pretty much destroyed back in episode 3. I was like, they built that show back.
They put that thing back like it never happened, bro.
Yeah, got to.
Back like we never left. She and that thing giving her speech, and I was waiting for somebody to sneeze in the background because she was giving a speech. She was just getting up and walking away. I said, they rude.
How?
I couldn't tell at first whether it was just like, again, because I don't care anything about what she's saying. None of it matters to me. She's like, the Gormans, the Serb. Who are the? What does a Gorman look like, Sin?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
I don't even know if if we were to Google Star Wars Gorman right now, that don't even pop up.
I don't.
Species in the Star Wars universe.
Whatever. She's just like, Gormans deserve better than this, and they haven't whatever. People just walking away. And at first, I'm like, dang, that's how they feel.
First,
they
I thought
don't care about nothing you
that's
saying.
what I thought at first. Well, kind of they don't anyway, because I feel like. But then when she just stopped her own speech and was like, "What the hell is going on?"
What is going on?
Picked up her data pad and was like,
I'll tell you what's going on. Something you did, lady. You did it.
Oh, they got the credits. All that money I gave them, they gonna give it back.
You gonna get this money. Yeah. So I'm with it. I'm at 8. Jokes still at 8.
Still an 8.
Sin still at a 7.
I'm still at a 7 for now. It could.
Think about it.
No, I'm still at a 7. Like everything we say with Center kind of made me mad. Like them not really. Her just being left behind. Them not really explaining that part of the plan beforehand. Just after dropping this bombshell of information on us that homeboy was a stormtrooper and her family was killed by him. So that friction. So one of the first things popped in my head, like, are we not gonna come back to this at some point after dropping that information, and we're just leaving her behind on the planet? Like, okay, that rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, but we'll see how the story evolves. And until they got in the room and started popping off, I was excited to be watching the heist, but it was just like usual, just slow and a little bit of boring until things started.
Star Wars, bro. That's what Star Wars is.
Started to pick up. So
okay,
but that with the ship flying through the rockets and the comets and all that kind of stuff was spectacular. That was beautiful. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I was waiting for that the most this episode because I knew how they were explaining the building up. I was like, yeah, when they get to that point, that's gonna look amazing, and it didn't disappoint. So I'll tell you about that. But so far, I'm still at a 7 with this. But I did enjoy. Once it popped off to the end, I enjoyed like everything I saw. The little twist at the end with homeboy being a little snake and all that kind of stuff. I enjoyed all that.
Yeah. I wasn't surprised by it because he just seemed, whatever. Anyway,
it was in that moment not knowing, is this a final test you're trying to give him, or are you really that much of a scumbag?
Yeah, if it was still like, all right, so now that we're here, you want to try to get us after we did, whatever. But
yeah,
it makes sense though. Like if you look at him trying to sow doubt on this other person, it kind of pulls any doubt that might have existed in any way towards him, and almost position him to have a scapegoat. If he, what I'm saying, he could have worked it out and been like, I didn't take the money. It was Andor.
Andor.
It was
Andor.
A real name. You know what I mean, or whatever, right? All right, well, listen, we're gonna wrap this up and get up out of here. This has been your Spoiler Boys for episode 6 of Andor. We'll be back next Monday with episode 7. We appreciate y'all hanging out here, and if you have listened to this episode and you haven't listened to our episode of the finale of She-Hulk, highly recommend you go and do that. With that route, Tools and Lose.
Loading snacks.